Hello, I'm Lisa Turlington, the Executive Director of the Sampson Community College Foundation, and I'm here in one of our technology classrooms where we're going to continue our Sampson Showcase series. Our phone-a-thon was canceled because of bad weather this year, but we still want to share some of our exciting stories. And I'm excited to introduce to you Lyman Horne, the President of the Foundation Board of Directors and the General Manager of Star Communications, who will be talking about IT certifications with Spraker, an instructor in our Computer, Information and Technology and Security.
Hello, my name is Lyman Horne. I'm President of the Sampson Community College Foundation for Education. I'm here today with Spraker. And we're here to talk a little bit about the certifications programs that we have going on here at the community college. Now, let me get this straight. There are different kinds of certifications. There's software certifications, and then there's hardware certifications. We do both here at the community college. Would you like to, sure. Which is your specialty, hardware or software?
Both.
Oh, okay.
You know, you can't use hardware without having the software integration with it. So like the equipment behind me is my babies. Primary Cisco routers. To get the equipment running, we use the latest versions of Cisco operating systems. To get that to work, we use, you know, specific type of software. I'm also Microsoft systems engineer, okay. So I am, not only do I know how to put the computers together, right. Because that's where we start out mostly of getting the A+ certification, which is hardware, learning how to build a computer. Then if they get the second part of that A+ certification, they know how to put the software on it.
Right.
And from there, myself, I've got those particular certifications and I push those. Get that as a foundation first, then move on to specific industry type certifications, such as, you know, the virtualization is becoming very, very hot item. We teach some virtualization. I'm primarily the Microsoft, the guy that does all the Microsoft operating systems, Server 2008 primarily right now, 2012. That's using all that software.
I hated Windows 8. That means anything to you.
I don't say that word.
Okay.
I end up having to spit. Yes, I'm not fond of it. So we can't use it in here because our hardware doesn't meet our qualifications.
Oh, really?
So, okay. But we can put the Server 2008, we use virtualization on this equipment in here. And classes are fun.
Do you delve into firmware or BIOSes or any of that stuff?
Yes. For example, when I'm teaching the wireless components, they learn how to download the latest firmware
right.
to those BIOS items. They learn how to do the firmware upgrades for the Cisco equipment. That's primarily the two. They learn in the hardware environment how to take the BIOS, download the latest BIOS if they need it. Mm-hmm. They learn it and they do some of the skills tests with it, skills applications.
Now, we do hardware and software certifications for both Microsoft and Cisco, right?
That's
any others? VMware, any of those?
We're not leaning on the VMware. We talk about these certification programs.
Right.
We're only very limited as far as scope, but we kind of encourage people that it is happening in the industry. We go on local tours, talk to the hospital, for example. We're talking about virtualizing more information. A lot of the community colleges are going that way. VMware
right.
is one that is really being pushed for a certification, but we're not there yet.
Okay. Well, Al, now, if you're working on a specific track of certification, be it hardware or software, there are different levels of certification within that particular track, starting with the beginning level, going all the way up to an expert or
absolutely
professional level. How high do we go here?
Well, as far as teaching it, myself, I started with the A+, some basic skills,
right.
The A+, Net+, iNet+, a load of the Plus certifications by CompTIA. We have those, or some of us do. I've got those. Then I moved on to the Microsoft, where you learn the basic Windows 7 or Windows XP. You get the basic there. After that, you move up, go another step, To get a Microsoft Systems engineer, for example, 7 exams to finally meet the top level. It's an
Wow.
engineering level.
So we do go to an engineering level here.
Well, as far as the instructors, we push that. And the information that we teach are objectives to help them achieve that. So we can't give them the certification, but we can try our hardest to provide and meet the objectives that those certifications are addressing.
Kind of like studying the driving manual to get your driver's
That's
license, right? Well, we're looking at it in our industry. Certifications are something that we really need, particularly in the communications industry. And we've got some certifications in-house. Actually, I can see a future where those certifications are actually going to become part of our job description. So to get your foot in the door in a technology-based industry, you're going to have those certifications under your belt. Do you have any students that are dealing with those issues now of having to be certified to?
The students that we put out into the local industry, not to name any, but the industry is requiring them to go on and get a Windows 7 certification, for example. They're dealing with clients, or the ones they're dealing with are using Windows 7, so they want them to have that Windows 7 certification. The ones that's moving into managing PAC systems or medical systems, they want them to have a Windows Server certification, the 2008 or 2012 certification. So once they get out of here with some foundation, then they start working on their certification programs.
Okay.
And a lot of our students are doing it. And it makes us proud when we see them going on taking that next step.
I bet so. And that's a great thing. We've got certification training right here in our own community. We don't have to go to Wilmington or Raleigh.
That's right.
We've got it going on right here in Sampson County. So what percentage of the students that you've dealt with are going ahead and getting their official certifications?
I don't know the specific amount of people that's doing them. The one here in the local community, we can watch and keep those. And the ones that we've placed, and we just got notification from one industry lately that needs some people, and they're going to be requiring them after a period of time to have some type of certification. We try to encourage them to get it over the summer, but as a student, they sometimes get a little bit overwhelmed, especially in some of our courses.
Well, you brought up a good point, and it's one that we've talked about before. If a business needs specialized training, be it certification, be it people skills, whatever, the community college will actually put together a curriculum and tailor those classes to give that business what they need.
That's exactly right.
And certification's the same way.
We have our community affairs committee. They come in, we ask them, what are you hunting for?
Right.
And we take that and establish some objectives around a course. We add that material to it. At one time, they wanted more wireless, for example. I made sure that in my Cisco courses, I put some more wireless in it.
Okay.
Same way with more the Microsoft. Right now, for example, some industries are requiring a little bit more database, so we're looking at that. Mr. Matthews is doing more Microsoft MS SQL or MySQL in his...
We don't use DBase anymore, do we?
No, sir. I remember the DBase days. Thank goodness I don't teach that.
Well, listen, Al, anything else you'd like to add?
Oh,
We pretty much covered it all?
we pretty much. Here at Sampson Community College, we do gear our programs around these objectives to meet these industry certifications. And when I have any free moment, I study, and for example, I have to recertify every 3 years to be able to keep the academy running. And this new year, they've come up with a new operating system, new equipment, and I plan on meeting that objective and getting my own certification or redoing those. So we try to encourage our students to get there.
It's not easy, is it?
It's not easy. Anybody that comes in here and thinks, oh, we're going to learn to make screensavers, you might remember what a screensaver is, if we don't do that. If we don't teach anybody how to change the desktop settings.
I'm gonna date myself, but I've worked from a C prompt many times.
Oh, yeah.
Many times. Al, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure talking with you.
Same here. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Thanks, Lyman and Al. We appreciate that information. If you'd like to contribute to these programs or anything involved with the foundation, you can go to sampsoncc.edu and make a gift online and learn more about the community college.